I just had me a bite of this wonderful peanut butter cake right here. It is so good, and I know I say this every time, so easy, but all my stuff's easy. Creamy peanut butter cake like my mama made it right here today at home with Miss Joan. I dropped it. Today at home with Miss Joan, we're going to make the most wonderful peanut butter cake. And it's how my mama made it, so it's the only way that I know how to do it. I want y'all to know this is so easy. You use a cake mix, and instead of the yellow bottom on the cake, use a butter pecan cake mix. I keep these frozen in my freezer, so I can make one of these anytime I want to. So all in the world you do is mix up the butter pecan cake mix. In this case, it's Betty Crocker brand. This stuff lasts a long time, way past its expiration date if you'll freeze it, okay? And just mix it up however the box tells us to, which is to add 3 eggs, a half a cup of vegetable oil. I'm using this kind right here. There it goes. Then I'm going to start the mixer, but all in the world we're going to add next is a cup of water. You hear me get louder? She always says, when you're mixing, you need to talk louder. Look at me. Okie doke. I see it. The key now to this wonderful peanut butter cake is the butter pecan cake mix. Don't think, well, this sounds really rough, Miss Joan. It's so good. We're going to also put a real easy peanut butter icing on it, or frosting. And you'll have a wonderful cake that'll wow your company, or wow your family. You don't have to mix it very long. And it's ready to go. I know I should cut it off, but I let mine raise just a little bit and it gets all the gooey out of the beaters. I'm always doing something like crazy like that, but it sure does help. And then as soon as I move this, I'm going to be ready to round my... You see that trick? Paper towel over there to catch the drippings. Alrighty. Now, we got it all mixed up. Now, I don't have a clear bowl for my fancy KitchenAid. So I use my old Sunbeam mixer here because I have a clear bowl. I need to look that up and order me one of them. Because I like for y'all to be able to see through and see what we're cooking. Right? Okay, the only thing we got to do now is put it in a 350-degree oven. Oh yeah. Now, normally I might just spray this with that non-stick spray if I was going to leave the cake in the pan. Okay, I'm not. I'm hopefully going to take it out and put it on this cake plate and frost it. So when I want one to really come out of the pan, I'm old-timey. I don't trust that spray. I grease it good. I put Crisco or shortening on a paper towel. Grease it real good. Do you see it? I've showed y'all how to do this before. Then I sprinkle about a heap of tablespoon of flour in there. I shake it all around and I take it to the sink, dump it out, and it just keeps just what it needs. This cake will come out of this pan if you'll do that. It'll come out of yours. As you get older, it's hard to lift these heavy bowls. That's my oven. It's a good thing to go ahead and preheat your oven, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I think I've said this before about these cake mixes. It seems like they're not putting as much in the box. Because we always cooked this in a 9 to 13 pan. Now you can make this into two layers if you want to. I'm thinking about Mama because she get all of it out of the bowl, John. Get all of it out of the bowl. Oh, buddy. Now I'm just making sure that the batter gets all the way to the corners. It's all in the world I'm doing, y'all. This is so easy. Getting all the way to the corners. Y'all lick the bowl. Now I'm just shaking it. There it is, nice and flat, going into the oven. I'm going to let it bake just what the box says. Let's see, I think it said for an oblong 28 to 33 minutes. I'm going to choose the 28 minutes because I know how my oven cooks. Here we go. This cake has cooked 28 minutes just like the box said. On 350. And then, oh there. I'm going to try to flick him out here on this pan. Boom. Alright, look at there. Look here, I gotta look at him. I don't care if you see I got a little bitty hole right there. I'm fixing to fix that little fella. Look at it right here. There's a place I guess I didn't grease real good. Now, that look good. Okay, now let's make our easy frosting, okay? If I'm not ready to put it on the cake that the pan I'm actually going to serve it on, I would put down wax paper. I would dump this out on the wax paper, and then I would put another layer on top of it. But right now, since I got him where I want him to be, I'm going to put that on top, and I'm just going to let him cool with just a light cloth on top. Now, why it cool quicker, Miss Joan, if you take the cloth off and the wax paper off, because I want this cake to still be moist, okay? And you just leave them out for the air to hit. They dry out, and they dry out really fast. So here we go. Let's make an icing. Get your margarine or butter to room temperature, 1 stick, okay? Now I'm going to put a cup of peanut butter in with my stick of margarine, butter, whatever you got. This is Butter Pecan peanut butter. Use any kind that you got. It all works. I'm going to cream these two items together. It really don't take long to make this cake. It sure don't take long to make this frosting. Main thing is get that butter at room temperature. That won't pump up. Look at that. Now there we got our good base going to start adding confectionary sugar. Now I'm not hanging up these spoons. I've done this long. I know how to do it. Peanut butter off of the beaters without getting them hung up because, oh dear, years ago I did get one hung in poor Mama's old time Hamilton Beach mixer. And she went on, used it for years because she beat the beaters out kind of straight where they go back up in the hole like she got the spoon out of it. Anyway, I felt bad about that. And she used it for many years. To this, we're going to add 3½ cups of confectionery sugar. Now, if you're looking at some old-time recipe books, cookbooks, they'll call for a box of confectionery sugar. I mean, tons, and that's all they ever said back in them cookbooks. What that means in nowadays terms is 3½ cups, okay? Because you can't find it in a pound box no more, or I can't. But this is what I use, and you remember one day I showed you how to make your own powdered sugar. If you want to look that video up, we did powdered sugar and brown sugar that day. I'm starting out with my 1 cup because I do want it to cream in real easy. So we're just going to add a cup at a time. I love baking. I do. I really do enjoy it. I've done this ever since I was a kid. I loved it. I went 1. Now let's get the other one. I didn't pre-measure this because I knew I was going to have to put it in a little at a time anyway. Here goes our 2nd cup. Now, what I'm going to do is you can add milk to make this the creaminess that you want it to. Right now, I've only got 2 cups in there, but I'm going to add, whoops, I got my wrong measuring cup. I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of milk. Now, you might want to add just 1/2 of the 1/3 first because, see, I'm using a canned milk here. It's a little thicker. If you was using skim milk or regular milk out of the refrigerator, it's waterier. I knew we'd get a word I couldn't pronounce. Real watery. So you might not want to ram a 1/3 cup of milk in there right now because if you're using a thinner milk, your icing is going to be too thin. Alright. Alright. Yeah, any kind of milk will do. I just didn't want you to pour the whole 1/3 of a cup in there right now, knowing full well that my canned milk is a thicker milk, okay? Yeah, any kind of milk will do. You haven't got any milk for it, put you some water in there. You just mostly wanting to get this powdered sugar, the butter, and the peanut butter to the creaminess to frost the cake, okay? All right, 2, wasn't that what I had? So now we're on number 3. We're trying to do 3½ keep standing. See, look here at that powdered sugar everywhere. It's not going to be pretty on video. I'm starting out kind of slow. You don't know why? Those powder's going to go everywhere. I forgot what we was making on one of these YouTube videos that did that. Now, I'm supposed to add another half a cup of sugar. That's 3 1/2, okay? Here we go. We got all our ingredients in it right now. The only thing is it's not as creamy as I want it to be. We're going to add more milk. If yours turns out and you say, oh, Miss Joan, mine's too runny, put you some more peanut butter, some more powdered sugar in there, and it's going to come out just fine. All right? All right, I'm going to turn it up a little. See how that's changing? Oh yeah, we got a teaspoon of vanilla. Nearly forgot. Teaspoon, that's a capful in my book. Okay, now on this cake, you can put what's called peanut butter fudge. So you cook the peanut butter fudge on the stove, you take your cake out of the oven, and just pour the cooked icing on it. I haven't made that yet on the channel, but I can sometime. We've made fudge. So it's that basic fudge recipe. Put the peanut butter in it. Alright. This is looking really good right here. We'll try to slow her down. Get all the gooey, because we need all that gooey going in our cake. Uh-oh. I'll say we did. This is a heavy frosting. Now we gotta taste this. Make sure it's good. Look here at all the goodness. I can't believe that. That's a whole tablespoon right there. This one's bad when you slow it down with a heavy frosting. Them beaters was easy to just jump out on you. Let's look at it. Let's see how creamy it is. Look at there. Got to taste it. Make sure if it needs anything else. To me, it's just ready to be put on that cake. It is good. We'll frost it just as soon as that thing cools down a little bit. So now it's time to ice or frost the cake. And it's cool. And then I'm just going to dip in here and get me a bunch of it. And clunk it on here. Do y'all know the word clunk? I think I've told y'all before that I like to move my icing around with the back of a spoon. So, and I just kind of do it in little swervy things like that. Don't take but long. See it? Okay. Get me some more. Oh, Mama, she made this cake. Oh, my uncle called him Uncle Bud. This was his favorite cake. Any kind of gathering we all have, she always made Uncle Bud his favorite cake. Don't y'all do that? Don't y'all make your loved ones their favorite when they're coming? Oh, my brother comes from Texas. I'm telling you what's true. We try to figure out all his favorites, cook them while he's here. Now, see, I'm dropping down to the side. Well, I'm trying to look over, see what I'm doing. This is also my other brother's favorite cake. His name's Jeff. He loves this. So he usually gets this cake too when we're thinking about what to make Jeff. He used to have a bit more picky in his taste, and peanut butter cake was one of the few cakes that he'd eat. But now he's branched out and he eats all kinds of stuff. But anyway, this is his favorite, or he's known for this cake. So you can tell in our family we make it a whole lot. Now you can leave it in the 9 to 13 pan if you want to and just ice it in there. I'm just trying to swirl it around and put it on this cake plate today. Make it just a little bit pretty, because I think it's so pretty when you do this. You also get more icing when you put it on a flat pan like this, because you get all down the sides. But when you leave it in that pan you cooked it in, you lose a lot of the icing. You see how much this makes? Woo. I'm just bringing it around still. I'm just going, doo, 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 doo. That's all in the world I'm doing. Now, y'all may have some more tricks. I'm always open Do y'all giving me some more tricks on how to make a cake pretty? Now, if yours, you think, well, Miss Joan, mine feels a little whatever, hard to spread. Dip your spoon in a glass of water, okay? That'll moisten it up some. It'll spread just fine. It don't have to be peanut butter. Any kind of cake you're doing like that. It feels like it don't want to move good with a spoon. Y'all notice how I've done that? Move good with a spoon. Whew. Then just dip your spoon in a little glass of water. It'll just frost away. I think, I'm going to look, but I think I finally made it all the way around. Now, if you want to, get you some peanuts, crush them, sprinkle it on here. You can also use the crunchy peanut butter in this icing. Now, we don't. We like it like this, really creamy peanut butter. I'm not going to have a lot of cleanup work to do on this, am I? But if you do, just get you a clean cloth, dip it in some water. If you need to clean up, you just go around it. That's what I'm doing. Do y'all recognize this cake plate? Yeah, it's like a 1970-something Tupperware, the Tupperware company. I was big into that stuff back then because that's about the time we got married. And, it don't wear out. I was wondering, it don't wear out. These things last forever. What I like about this is I've got a lid for it, and this cake freezes really good. Y'all hear me say that a lot because, you know, if I'm having a lot of company, I like to make all the desserts myself, homemade. And so I'll make a lot of things ahead of time and freeze it, and they work wonderful. And this one right here is one of them that freezes really good. Peanut butter cake. Y'all want to cut a piece? Off here, let's do it. You want to? What piece do you like the best? Do you always, when you go somewhere, do you want the corner piece? You know the corner piece is where you're going to get the most icing, don't you? Frosting. Alright, here we go. I'm going to cut us one. I say it looks right there. Yeah. Good it looks. Here's how it looks after it's cut. Y'all want me to eat a bite? I like all my cake with a glass of milk, though. I really do. But anyway, remember, butter pecan cake mix is all in the world is. Mix it up like the box says. And then that simple frosting I showed you to put on the top. Look how it whipped up so pretty. Anyway. Mama be proud of me. I call it Mama's peanut butter cake. Y'all try this. It's so easy. If you do, let me know down in the comments, and like and subscribe to the videos and follow me if you like what I'm doing. And I just appreciate y'all so very much. I love talking to y'all when you write me. I love going back and forth with you. But if you make this, just let me know. We did it today together right here at Home with Miss Joan. So now it is time to look at there. I knew I'd drop something just because I'm doing it for the camera. I did it again. I'm just kind of swirling around and making it real pretty.
Wait, say it again. I was laughing. I'm sorry.